Alrighty, rat-chat-chat-chat. Play some magic, shall we? I guess I gotta play magic. How doing, chat? Good afternoon. I think this is still broken, so we're gonna go Neoform. Oh, it's fixed! What a glorious day. Okay. Pass. Bingo, our outfits are ready for Vegas. I'm excited to hit the strip. I'm sending you our itinerary. Everything is planned down to the 15-minute interval. Hashtag Besties Storm Vegas. With the amount of high noons I've been running into, fuck that. Storm can't beat that card. Am I getting prowessed? I'm getting prowessed. I think I should probably cycle this Veil Summer. Just grab an island. Or sorry, grab a breeding pool. Can't grab an island. Cycle Veil Summer, dingo. Think you know better than that. Well, do I? Do I? Maybe not. 2 to the bottom. I don't think this Veil Summer is going to be relevant unless they're playing Blue-Red Murktide. Which I doubt they are. Oh, I win! Hallelujah. Now, what do I want? Can this deck beat a Gristlebrand? Probably not. Okay, your turn. Seems fair. You play Preordain, I play Gristlebrand. You and I, we are not the same. Think you know a guy? Remember when I said Neoform is a terrible deck that only loses to itself and nobody should play it ever? Look at me now. Streamers back to playing cool decks again. Is this what we consider cool nowadays? I was gonna play Blink. I think I'm too small brain to play that deck. You get punished so hard if you make a wrong decision with that deck. I don't know. We're gonna play it between rounds and try it at least. Bird. Should I draw 16? Or sorry, 14, not 16. Should I draw 14? Probably. So if I can go... I guess there's some complications to doing that. Okay, now I just need to find a writer. Ouch. Oh yeah, I found the writer. Okay, so I can Eldritch Evolution the writer into... I could turn it into Xenagos and then attack him for 16. Moko Kokiroko. I butchered that. Moke O Rico. Mocha Rico. Thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate it. I think I'm supposed to just make a 16 power Gristlebrand attack. I think that's the move. I could also draw another bajillion cards if I find a summoner's pack that can put that and that to play, but it's like, why even bother? I think it's a why even bother moment. I don't think they can win the game from this spot. Exile. Exile. This thingy. Begin combat. I like to gain 16 life. They didn't want me gaining 16 life. Okay. Veil of Summer out. This matchup's kind of free. I'm gonna say that I can get bodied now. I think I probably bring in some number of these. What cards do they have that I care about? Counter magic, I guess? Maybe I do leave in Veil of Summer. Maybe Mystical Dispute's actually better because I can counter EI and Preordain. Because they're gonna bring in Consign. They're gonna bring in Spell Pierce and maybe Spell Snare. I guess Mystical Dispute. I also don't think I need Urani. Could also board out a Consign and a Pact if I want to bring in something else like Flood Maws, which are probably good. Alright, let's do that. Urani's so good against Jeskai Blink, I think. The Blinks, methinks. How do they take it off the table? They can't. They have to block it with Riddler. Is Sea Beyond a sideboard card or... Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. This hand's insane, but hear me out. I have no idea what it's doing in the sideboard. I copied Triosk's list when he had 2 copies in the sideboard. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to figure it out. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to trust Triosk. They got to be good if he's playing them. And, well, here we are. That's all I got. Rider. Number 2. Not super helpful. I want to fetch Island, or do I just want to play this tapped? I think I just play this tapped. If I can't Flood Maw, is there anything I want to Flood Maw? They're probably going to leave up Counter Magic. They leave up Counter Magic. Would I ever want to Flood Maw? Maybe. Maybe. I guess if they go Cutter, then Flood Maw's pretty good. I got a copy pasta instead of a homemade. A top tier copy pasta, nonetheless. Targeting themselves. Kind of curious. Think they tap out? Okay. Think I just get Island and Flood Maw this. They might fight over it, and if they fight over it, they die. Finally, a deck I can believe in. As soon as I start playing Neoform, everybody's like, let's go, a real deck! Finally! Yes! I thought you guys hated this deck, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody was enthused when I was playing this deck before. It's a planar Genesis moment. They definitely have Spell Pierce or Spell Snare or Consign. Excuse me? Holy shit. I don't think I could beat that. Uh-oh. Do you believe in the Allosaurus Rider beatdown strat? I do have another Flood Maw. I could take this other Planar Genesis. Or I could take Mystical Dispute. Why is there an Ashiok on the screen? I kind of want this Mystical Dispute. Is that crazy? Bolt this in and play this as a 4/4. What am I pitching? I think I just take the Planar Genesis. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Bridgework battle. We have enough types for Unholy Heat. I think I need to keep both of these and keep a Neoform, so I think I'm going to go Rider, pitch these two, hold up Planar Genesis. That makes sense. I just want to play two Riders. What does this look like if I play two Riders? If I play two Riders, I'm pitching UU, and then it would have to be... I don't know if I can play two of these. Be pair of 4/4s. Can you beat pair of 4/4s? Oh shit. I don't really want to leave a Bridgework battle. I mean, I can't even leave a Bridgework battle. I think I pitch you. Let me pass. I hope this works. But I don't even know what I'm trying to plan Genesis into aside from maybe Flood Maw. But this thing also does to a Lightning Bolt because they have a Lava Dart in their graveyard. So if they Lightning Bolt this thing, I'm gonna die. Yep. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt, no bolt, no bolt. Fuck. Crazy. Put it in land, make it a 5/5. Oh wait. Yeah, you're right. I messed up. I forgot that puts a land into play. Oh shit, you're right. I fucked up pretty badly, didn't I? I forgot it puts it to play. I haven't played the second a minute. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I was like looking at the rest of the cards. I was like, yeah, can't do anything about this. Right now it's 6 p.m. 6:20 p.m. I messed that up, chat. I'm sorry. Sorry, we'll win game 3, no problem. Need to find a rider. Because I could have just put land and play tab, make it a 5/5. No blocks that shit, kill Ashiok, Neoform, turn into Gristlebrand, probably not lose that game. Whoopsies. Maybe this deck's more big brain than Blink. So, alright, we got the book. Everybody punts. It's like everybody poops. Gotta get me some more wrinkles. I do. Been playing too much Riftbound. That's my problem. Put one on top, sure. One rider, please. Cutter, sure. Bubble. I think I'm just looking for rider. Maybe the one of Hooting Mandrills. I think it's just rider. Oh, the one of Hooting Mandrills. Well, there's the Summoner's Pact. If I just take the Summoner's Pact, I could die. How are we looking on Hooting Mandrills? Not great. If I take the Summoner's Pact, I also need to draw a green card for turn. I think I'll just take the Summoner's Pact. Problem is I need to find Consign in the top 13, 14. And then I have Pact of Negation for Lightning Bolt, but I have to bolt this in actually, so I only get 7 looks at it. Unless I get a Troxy, then I have 10 looks at it. I think I'm supposed to take the Pact. Oh, hey. That was the best draw possible. Oh. Cool. Badgermore Cup waiting room? Dedge. Thank you. It's gotta be just Gristlebrand here, right? It's better than Atroxa, I think. It's better than Atroxa. It's gotta be. Alright. Guys, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate the almost 2 years. Thank you, thank you. Maybe Atroxa having Vigilance is better. The voices are getting loud. Me misplaying. The voices, they were too loud. White border, your Judge Foil Wheel. Wheel of Fortune? Wait, our Judge promo Wheel of Fortune's like $1 bajillion. Wheel of Fortune. They're $1,500. Don't white border it. The hell? What do you think they're looking for? Me to block? Probably. No tax. Now we're in an interesting spot. But I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to draw. I'm trying to think how I'd die. Next turn, I think the way I die is they like bolt me, make another dude. Or like bolt me, land drop. They make another dude, they attack, they bolt the DRC that I'm gonna block. And then they violently kill me. So I probably have to do something this turn. I got a fight spell. Seems pretty good just fighting the DRC, right? I think the question is, do I also leave up Mystical Dispute? Which is probably yes. I go to 4 to do it. I can't Mystical Dispute a Lightning Bolt, though. I guess I died a Lightning Bolt plus them. Maybe I attack first. No, because I lose value on lifelink by attacking first. Well, I'll be damned. This is kind of tough. Do I leave up Mystical Dispute? Like, Dispute a Bolt if I attack first. But they could kill me on the crackback. Draw another 7. I don't know if this is right. It would have been bad if they had Lightning Bolt. Prowess and Demure fail, and where does that leave you? Crawling back to Neoform? And playing poorly with Neoform, mind you. So it's a double whammy here. I'm gonna assume I'm not gonna die from 22, but I could. Here for the YouTube short of you dying from 22. I could. It's not that hard. It all starts with an expressive iteration. I'm glad we left up that Mystical Dispute, though. I could Pact to Negation something, but if I Pact to Negation something, I have to find Consign a Memory in a draw 7. So essentially, this Pact to Negation is costing me 7 life. Minimum. It all starts with an expressive iteration. Is this expressive iteration going to be worth 7 damage? Oh, man. At least 7 damage, and if I whiff on Consign, then I die. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's say they find a Violent Urge, and they find something else. I just counter the Violent Urge if I have to, but if I counter the Violent Urge, that's 4 times 5. Or 4 times 4 is 16. So I die. I think I'm dead to Free Spell plus Violent Urge regardless. Whereas if I counter this, and they have Violent Urge, I take 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6. 9. 8 plus 9. 17. So I can't draw 7 if they have Violent Urge regardless. Yeah. Okay, what if they just find like a Lava Dart? They find a Lava Dart that's 5 and another spell. 5, 22. So I would die if they find Lava Dart. Oh my god. This is the toughest decision I've had in a minute, chat. Flip a coin. So let's say I do counter this, and they have a lava dart in their hand. I'm taking 18. I can't draw. I just die. But if I counter and they have bolt, that's 3 times 4, 12 plus 5, 15. All right, this isn't worth it. I gotta let everything resolve. Yeah, if I counter it and they have bolt, I die. If I counter it and they have lava dart, I die. It's not worth it for me. I think I just have to dodge. How do we not die in upkeep? Consigned memory. Yeah, and the lava dart. They have mutagenic, I'm dead. Do you have it? Do you have another spell? Oh. What if I drew 7? If I drew 7, and I put an Allosaurus Rider into play, I would have died anyways. Let's draw another 7. I don't know. I definitely should have won game 2 if I wasn't like a complete idiot. You have gained more life because you could have discipled your Galta. Well, no. Because I would have not had to have cast a fight spell. If I didn't cast the fight spell, could have also won game 3. How? At what point? Instead of casting the fight spell, I could have attacked with Gristlebrand. Hope they didn't have Lightning Bolt. If they did have Lightning Bolt, I'd die instantly. Definitely win with a different line. Oh, explain. Explain. We can use our words here. What's the different line? Is it a secret? I guess it's a secret line. Win new line reveal at 1,000 subs. Don't cast the counter. So I don't cast the counter. I'm at 4 plus. I'm at 11. If I don't cast counter, I'm at 11. And if I don't cast counter, I'm at 11. I don't think that gets me anywhere. Knowing what I know now, it could have gone to 4, drawn 7, hit Rider. I have 1 mana up. The line that gets me there is like I just don't cast the fight spell. But if I don't cast the fight spell and I attack and they block with DRC and they lightning bolt the DRC, I die. I just die. I'm at 7. I can't draw. I should just won game 2 in reality. Maybe the line was just get a Troxa. Maybe getting Gristlebrand was wrong and I should have just gotten a Troxa. I think that was probably the line. The Troxa just better. Vigilance. Problem is, I'd be really scared to block with a Troxa unless I absolutely had to, because if a Troxa dies, I lose the game. Maybe I'm not supposed to swing with the Gristlebrand. I'd be down 9 life because the fight spell gives it +2/+2. So I'd be down 9 life, which I think is worse than blocking one of these. Well, let's say they have like a removal spell for their own creature, right? That's my concern, is that if they just have a removal spell for their own creature post attacks, I lose, right? So if I got a Troxa, I would have gotten the top 10 starting from this mystical dispute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could have grabbed Rider, Bridgework, Neoform. Yeah, but you're not taking into account if they have a removal spell for their own creature. Right? Like, I don't know. So if they have removal spell for their own creature plus Violent Urge, I also just die. Well, they don't have to cast the spells that they cast this turn. With me being at 9 less life, I would be at, instead of being at 22, I would be at 13. And if I'm at 13, they don't have to double spell before combat. They could just go to combat, attack, kill their own monk token, for example, if I block it, and then cast like 2 more spells. Like 1 Lava Dart from their hand kills me. So I don't know. They could have just taken a different line if I decided to block. I didn't loquacious. I really fucked up that game too, though, which is a huge bummer. Well, this isn't a guaranteed counter, right? Like, this counter essentially cost me at least 7 life. But actually, this counter spell would have killed me because I never hit a consign until the 14th card. And because I didn't hit a consign until the 14th card, I think that casting this Pact Negation would have just gotten me killed regardless. I think I needed to get Atraxa. No, I'm saying if I did cast the counter magic anyways. Like, let's say I had to go for it, I would have lost the game regardless. Because I know I can't know that, but I have to cast it. And then if I have to cast it, I just die. I don't know. It's just a matter of, like, what do I want to play around versus, like, what do I think they have. I mean, dying from 22 on that board state, I knew it was very possible. I didn't think it was going to be that easy for them to kill me from 22. But I guess I underestimated prowess. Maybe I underestimated you, prowess. Yeah, I think I should have gotten the Atraxa. I thought about it, and I was like, maybe I'm supposed to draw 7. I don't know. I think I just get Atraxa. I don't lose that game. Problem is, if Atraxa whiffs in the top 10, nah, I don't think that's an issue. The only way I get punished for picking Atraxa is if they have Unholy Heat plus like Lava Dart. I mean, Gristlebrand's not much better in that spot. I'm saying I probably should have gotten Atraxa. I was worried about Atraxa just not finding me like another way of getting anything going. If she doesn't find another way of letting me get going, then if they kill the Atraxa because I have to block with her, for example, let's say, I don't know, they mutagenic something up to an 8/8, and my Atraxa dies and I have no follow up, I'm in a really bad spot. Why Unholy Heat not retro? The retro Unholy Heat on Magic Online only comes in foil. I guess I should show it on Goat Buds. That was a super interesting game, though. One that I think I probably had locked up and threw in the trash twice. Yeah, so foil retro is the only retro Unholy Heat. It doesn't actually come in non-foil retro. And for that reason, I don't have retro Unholy Heats. Yeah, kind of weird, right? I guess the winning line was a secret, by the way. That chatter never explained. A giant craft helm staring you down. It was a secret winning line. But I don't know. This is my current prowess list. And I was thinking maybe Neoform would be good against the meta because Neoform is supposed to be good against prowess if you don't play like an idiot. And then if you don't play like an idiot, you should also be good against Jeskai because of your Rennie. And then you should also be good against Amulet because you're a little bit faster than Amulet. I don't think you're good against Affinity because they have Metallic Rebuke and Signature Stupor, but I think you're good against the rest of the three. I also don't think you're good against Goryo's. Goryo's is probably going to be popular. But Goryo's loses to itself, too. I don't know where I want to be in this format, man. Get lost. Goryo's is dog to Affinity? Yeah, it is. I'd be more confident in prowess if people didn't start jamming high noons and chalices in their sideboard. Not much has changed in 12 years of modern Goryo's. I mean, the recipe of Goryo's has changed. Because once upon a time, this card used to be the ruler of the world. Affinity was definitely still a bad matchup. But this card used to be the ruler of the world in Goryo's. Man, oh man. One of my favorite cards of all time. Next to Blood Baron of Viscopa. It's kind of crazy that there's people in chat that just don't know what Obsidian is. That like that realization just sets in, and I realize I'm old. He was a menace back in the day. Ephemerate who? You need ephemerate shit. It ephemerates itself. There's probably people in chat born after Obsidian was printed. Any 13-year-olds in the chat? Oh man, that's crazy. Don't answer that. Yeah, I'll actually don't answer that though. That sounds bad out of context. No, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Do not clip that. I'm deleting the VOD right now. Jesus Christ, chat. I don't know. I think Neoform's like it should be well positioned. I think we just don't play like an idiot. This deck's pretty good. I think it's probably in a better spot than Storm is because holy high noon. Holy high noon. Maybe I just play Jeskai Blink with high noon. I think I have a Blink list somewhere here. High noon Blink. With or without Ragavan? That's the $1,000,000 question now, isn't it? Let's hypothesize how I would build a Blink list right now. I think I subscribe to the Vinny and Ivan approach of just don't play this card. This card's just worse than either March or Pending, so play 3 Pendings, 2 March. Yeah, I think the Spell Snares are bad as well. I don't think I'd be on Spell Snare. They're playing 1 Wrath in the main deck. And they have no Spell Snare, and they have Ragavan instead. Times 3. I think March is really, really strong right now. This is like pretty much how they have their build set up, except with good-looking basics. Strixair need to block our Ragavan. Well, I mean, shouldn't be an issue in theory, right? What was it? 2 planes at a mountain. I also think this island's kind of doggy. I don't really want this island, but I don't know what to replace the island with. What do you think about Wan Shitong? I think it's going to be OP for the first 2 weeks of the format, and then once people remember that it's a card that exists, it's not going to be as good. It'll still be good, but I don't think it's going to be, like, insane. I don't want my sideboard built. I really like this Damping Sphere. I think the Damping Sphere is kind of bad. I feel like Surgical Extraction is better than Soul Guide Lantern. I might be on 3 High Noon. This card just one-shots prowess. A lot of lists are on 4 Charmaw as well. But I don't think Tron's going to be super popular. Isn't Damping Sphere being good into Amulet and Storm worth it? Yeah, but High Noon's good against prowess. I'm not sure Damping Sphere is good against prowess. Like, I don't think you're supposed to board in Damping Sphere against prowess. High Noon's way better. Against prowess and Storm, I wouldn't bring in High Noon against Titan, but maybe you play a second Ashiok. So maybe you could play only 2 High Noons. Then maybe go Ashiok number 2 and Surgical Extraction. I can't spell. Surgical Extraction. Gotta restart Magic Online. It's chugging. Maybe something like this. Or you could go down a Mystical Dispute and then play another High Noon. Is High Noon good against Affinity? I think so, right? If you're on the play, do you bring in High Noon against Affinity? If they pop off on turn 1, that sucks. But they like lead on turn 1 nothing. Like they do sometimes. Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, Mystical Dispute's obviously better, right? They go turn 1 Kappa, you just mulligan to 6. But are you realistically beating turn 1 Kappa Cannoneer anyways? Probably not. I think on the play it might be okay. On the draw, definitely not. Also, if you curve like Mystical Dispute into High Noon, I don't think they can beat that. Because if they go like turn 1 Pinnacle Emissary and you Mystical Dispute, and then you go turn 2 High Noon, they just lose. I have not, Mr. Mike. I'm having a real tough time deciding what I want to play. Yeah, a lot of Affinity players do hold their cards. They love holding cards for the last possible moment because of Wrathless guys, and it's like, yeah, it's something you gotta respect. You could play Subtlety for Titan. I was thinking about that too. But I think the problem is I don't know. One Subtleties seems kind of low impact. It'll definitely be like a get 'em, got 'em, get you good. But is it consistent? It's not. I don't think it's as consistent as something like Ashiok. Whereas like Ashiok's gonna be reasonable most of the time. Ashiok could be Subtlety. Ashiok's so narrow. It is. It is only for like one matchup. But does that matter? Maybe not. Oh, it could be an Ashiok and an Elishnorn, but I mean, you're gonna die before Elishnorn even comes down against Titan. But if you're playing an Ashiok and an Elishnorn's also really good in the mirror. I don't hate the idea. When's my cube coming? When I make a cube, I guess. And then get sponsored to put the cube on Magic Online. Many steps in this process. Is open decklist so that one subtlety can make people afraid. I don't even know if you ever play around the one subtlety. Like, if you're Titan and you're facing down a lot of pressure, you probably just can't afford to play around the one subtlety ever. Points to clip of Nathan saying, fun fact, they don't have subtlety. And me getting subtlety. I honestly don't know. Maybe Elishnorn's good. But, like, what other matchup do you want subtlety for other than Titan? I think subtlety is also, like, kind of a narrow card. Because I mean, it's good against, well, it's good against Affinity sometimes. But sometimes they just top the Kappa Cannoneer, and then they play the Kappa Cannoneer again, and you still don't have an answer to it. It was fun, but it wasn't the fact. Neoform, it is good against Neoform, but I think there's going to be like approximately 3 Neoform players in the room. Is Subtlety good against Brood Scale? I think Brood Scale might be kind of popular as RC. And the reason I think the Brood Scale is going to be maybe kind of popular as RC is because it's been putting up good results. Win percentage wise. Not like placings wise necessarily, but win percentage wise, it's been putting up pretty good results. Like it's Nausea. It is such a dog, Jeskai. I'm honestly, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, maybe Jeskai's just the best deck in the format. I think this is a mulligan. Bring back Boros. Doesn't okay, so Jeskai loses to blue-green ritual, and so does Amulet. Boros is supposed to be good against blue-green ritual and prowess. But is Boros good against Amulet? Not really. Is Boros good against Jeskai? Also not really. Is Boros good against Affinity? Yes, I think so. Jeskai Boros is 50-50. Hmm. Do we feel like that's accurate? Boros isn't that good against prowess. I could see that. My Magic Online's lagging so badly today. Well, it looks like it's probably just Guy Blink. I'm just gonna make a Urani, I think. What's the last card I want to keep in my hand? Probably Planar Genesis. Fuck. Game 2! Dude, I thought this was Jeskai Blink. It's so hard to tell, because one of like 3 different decks could have gone Flooded Train, Meticulous Archive. What a bummer. We're depressed. It happens. It's the price we pay for playing this deck. Teferi time. No, it's just Frog. It's Thoughtseize. I might as well play Energizer for a land, I guess. Flooded Train. Is this hunter tapped? Tapped. Am I supposed to keep that, but I don't have an Atrox in the graveyard yet? No, we're not going to do anything for a while. Every time my Titan gets countered, I think to myself, at least I'm not a Neoform. This deck is really, really bad against Goryo's. Can we win? If the game goes on for another 1,000 turns, yeah. I mean, we're not under any pressure at the moment. So we can take a lot of draw steps here. Maybe I need to leave that Gristlebrand on top. I actually might have had to leave that Gristlebrand on top. Because now the only way I can win is Galta. Sorry, I didn't upload the list yet. Let me do that. Let me do that right now. They're gonna go to discard and discard Natroxa. No. We got nothing to do. More Veils. Mystical Dispute's a weird one. I mean, we do care about subtlety. Does Gorgias play subtlety? I guess some lists do, right? Most lists don't, some lists do. Is this a Hope of Gearper match? Could try it. I've actually never played this card before in this deck. I get to complain. Is it complaining if it's the truth? I think I want less active negations. Maybe one less Eldritch Evolution. No Hooting Mandrills, no Atraxa. Maybe one less Consign. I can Consign their like Atraxa trigger and it's not the end of the world for me. I can also take out Xenagos. Maybe take out the Xenagos stuff and leaving the Atraxa. Trimmoin Galta. I don't know. I don't know if I want Mystical Dispute, if I just want to rely on the Hope of Gearper. I'm going to try the Hope of Gearper out. Not really the intended matchup for it. I don't think our deck's playable. I would have won match 1 if I didn't mess up. Twice. I think it's for the matchups that go longer, like Jeskai Blink. It's so bad. It's already like a mulligan to 6. Takes forever. I'm out. It is very good in Elves, but the problem is that Elves is not very good. Badger Bowl Cup was crazy good in Elves. It was crazy good. Problem is then you have to play Elves. We decided that we cannot beat Wrath Disguise and we cannot beat Solitude Ephemerate, and thus the deck is not playable right now. Best deck right now is Apes. I'm gonna grab Island, I think. And get a Forest here. And get Breeding Pool. Doesn't really matter. We went in, what's the opposite of winning? We're doing some of that instead. I'll have you know, I was doing laundry today, and I saw my bowling shirt, and I thought about how I'm never gonna wear that again in front of Twitch chat, unless it's Halloween. Summoner's Pact, Eldritch Evolution, Disciple. I take Summoner's Pact. I need another green card. But aside from needing another green card, I also just have 0 ways of countering any interaction. You want Fury until the Blink deck start playing Fury too. I mean, I just want Fury back because it's one of my favorite cards of all time. I miss him. I miss Grief too. I don't think Fury should come back, but I want it. I also don't think Grief should come back, but I want it. I don't think I can go for this with absolutely 0 interaction. If they have Force Negation or if they look at me the wrong way, I'm gonna die. So I think I have to pass the turn. I'm pretty sure they either have Mystical Dispute or they have... I don't even know. Probably just Mystical Dispute. Our hand gets better in about 2 draw steps. That's not one of the 2 draw steps. If they have Gorios, I'm gonna die. If they get back the Gristlebrand, I could consign the Atroxa trigger, but then I'm still gonna lose to Ephemerate. 3 draw steps. I would need like exactly land plus Veil of Summer to make this hand better, or land Mystical Dispute. But I didn't bring in Mystical Dispute. Maybe they don't have Fawn with it. I think they have Mystical Dispute. Grief's never coming back. My poor boy. Like, I'm not beating Mystical Dispute, I'm not beating Force Negation, I'm not beating Subtlety, I'm not beating them looking at me the wrong way. Am I even gonna be able to beat a Solitude here? I could Gristlebrand, draw 7, they Solitude, I draw another 7. Set up for next turn. This sucks. Do I just bank on them not having Gorios? What's more likely? Do they not have Gorios, or do they not have a piece of counter magic? Let's say 3 Force Negations, 3 Mystical Disputes, and a Subtlety. I think I'd take my odds of them not having Gorios. Puts 1 card on top. It was a good run, chat. No endurance. You're playing Neoform for Vegas? Scoreboard, yo. Takes a Neoform. Surgical's my Neoform. Yep. Man, I would love to be able to test the avatar cards. That's all I want. Give me my owl. Warp's a Riddler. Okay. Why don't you just kill him on turn 1? I tried to do that on my turn 2, game 1, and then they forced negation. I don't know if that's the worst draw in the deck. Okay. Maybe your deck is not the sauce. Yeah, that matchup's abysmal. If that matchup sees a lot of play, ooh boy. I know Ashiok is probably fine against Gorios as well, huh? Like, I think if you're on Jeskai Blink and you're playing Ashiok in your sideboard, you're probably supposed to board an Ashiok against Gorios. Just to have additional graveyard haste. Maybe back on that topic of Ashiok only being good against Titan. It's probably not completely accurate. The PT all over again. Just play Affinity. Affinity's been falling off pretty hard. I think anyways. Has like a what, 48% win rate? Not sure. Hugo's been kind of killing it with Storm. Alright, let's get out of here and let's play a League with the Jeskai deck. We're gonna try the Jeskai deck. Things I don't like about this Jeskai deck. This island. And probably the lack of graveyard hit. I think we probably just fold the Gorios. What are we boarding against Gorios? Like the Surgical, Mystical Disputes, Ashioks. Purge, probably. Do we just hold the L to that matchup? I feel like that matchup's going to be popular. Because it's one of the best decks against Jeskai Blink. Don't want these 8 cards, maybe. Purge kind of sucks right now. Do I want one of these Purges just to be another Surgical Extraction? Maybe Purge does suck. Maybe I want Purges to be like second Surgical. And better against Prowess, but we got High Noons. So like maybe if we're taking out a card that's good against Prowess, maybe we could put another High Noon. Or we could play the first Subtlety, but I don't know how important Subtlety is. Oh, we have 2x Ashiok. I could replace one of the Ashioks for Subtlety. If I want to play like Elishnorn over an Ashiok, I could be better in the mirror, but worse against Titan. But how good are we against Titan? That I don't know. Strict Serenade seems really good against Titan. So now it comes down to 15th sideboard slot, High Noon or Ashiok. or another hate piece, or I could just like play a March or something. I don't know. I don't know. Second Alersnorn seems excessive. Alersnorn is supposed to be good in the mirror. Poison Dart Frog. What if I play one Primeval Titan? Alright, chat, we're playing Titan today. This is so troll. I think your Titan matchup's already favored him. I don't know how many cards we need him. That'd be so funny if we trophy with Titan. How are you casting it? It's not. We're not. 0% casting this. It's just to say that we trophy with Titan. I guess I can cast it off of treasures. Man, that's such a like a You also enable them to haste Flage from hand. That is pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, alright. I'm off the Elder Snore. You convinced me. Being able to go 3 mana Arena of Glory, haste Flage from hand. That's probably awful. It does block Flage, I guess. But it's also very bad against Felia. Yeah, this Elder Snore can't be good, huh? Let's play a 3rd High Noon. Devourer of Destiny. My one sideboard Devourer of Destiny. I was actually thinking about sideboarding a Gemstone Caverns. Is that crazy? Just like in the good old scam days. Probably crazy in the Flage deck. High Noon. I guess we just have to skill diff our opponent in the mirror. I don't know. Trying to think of a way of beating the mirror reliably, and I'm not sure there is a good one. I don't know. Let's play the mirror and see how it plays out. I'm sure we'll play against the mirror in a league. Let's go mill. Is Path terrible? Uh, kinda. Path's gonna be better once the owl gets printed. Turns into Swords to Plowshares pretty much. I think these hands are bait. Wait. Waiting. Waiting? Yeah, it triggers out. So they just don't search, and then it becomes like Swords to Plowshares. Change the title of the stream. not sneeze. How did Neoform go? I punted match 1 a little bit, a lot of it, really. And then we got rolled by Oreos. But I did punt match 1. I did punt match 1. And I put my thinking cap on. We gotta put our thinking cap on for this deck, though. Get your hats on, chat. Basic Island. So it's an elegant parlor angle, probably. Although I don't really want to play as Basic Island yet. So I think I just do this and say go. Pretty soon we're not going to be able to do this. We're going to have to main phase surveil to play around the owl. So I should probably just get into the habit of main phase surveilling because owl is going to be a card in 3 days. I'm going to be honest. Okay. Owl's not that good in Modern. I agree. How Titan are you feeling for Vegas? I played against Titan as I played as Titan against Jeskai Blink in paper the other day. It felt rough. This is Goryo's, which is actually going to be phenomenal testing. No, I got dunked on by Jeskai Blink. I didn't get to finish my thought. I got absolutely shit on by Jeskai Blink. I was at like 14 life, and my opponent had 2 Riddlers, and I had 4 Titans in play. Because I copied a bunch of Titans with Mirror Pool. I couldn't kill them because my Aftermath Analyst got exiled. So I had 4 Titans in play. My opponent had 2 Riddlers. I was at 14, and I was like, alright, we're chilling. And they attacked me with both Riddlers, and they cast 2 Flations, and I died. Was most certainly not chilling. This card's a Gristlebrand. Do I want a Flage Consign at some point? Probably. This is so much better for them than Atroxy right now. Titan players try and convince people not to play the deck for Vegas so the deck doesn't get banned in February. It's definitely not good to Blink or other bluish control decks. Yep. You also get dunked out by Blue-Green Ritual, which is like kind of a sleeper deck that might see play. What do you think, Jay? I think the deck's going to see a lot of play? I'm not sure. Should probably leave this on top. Blink is sub 50% versus Titan, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a coin flip of a matchup now. Which deck's currently top 1? I don't think there's like an undisputed top 1 at the moment. I think there's like 5 decks fighting for top 1, but they're all just killing each other. I would say top 5 decks in the format in no particular order. What is this? I see. So I saw through this pitch flage. I saw through this pitch flage, they draw, they ephemerate it, and then I counter ephemerate, but if they have force negation, I die anyways. I just let it block. They draw another 7. It's so ass, man. We lost. Ephemerate the Felia. Can you consign the draw trigger? No, it's an activated ability. Could also do kind of a neat play here, which would be to Solitude Felia. That'd be if they go to 1, though. If they went to 1, I could have Solitude Felia and then consigned the trigger of Solitude. And if they don't have Ephemerate, that's probably not right. I can just target this. They Ephemerate, we Ephemerate. I lost my train of thought, by the way. I was talking about something else. Oh, top 5 decks, no particular order. Right. Top 5 decks, no particular order. Affinity, Amulet, Jeskai, Prowess, Gorios. I think. Draw 7 cards. Yeah. No response. Do I want to keep this around? I think I want to keep this around. Do you feel confident in any deck for Vegas? No. I wish I did. I wish I did. Solitude in my Felia. I'm sure they have nothing. Imagine playing Neoform again. Yeah, imagine. Actually, I don't have to imagine. I got to experience it. Surgical. Mystical Dispute. Strix, maybe? Just going for the XDD pyramid. Okay, was that steps or pyramid? Answer carefully. It was worth it? Okay. Answered carefully. Oh, wait, not an hour. Not an hour. Well, maybe for Tony, an hour's fine. Unban 10 minutes. There we go. Ashiok. I think these pendings suck. I don't think I'm supposed to side out Flage because I feel like one of these two is probably worse, and that's got to be either the Marches or the Fable. Problem with boarding like this is I don't have any answers to Frog. My answers to Frog are Solitude and Strict Serenade, so maybe I want the extra Strict Serenade. If that's the case, do I not want Fable at all? Is Fable too slow? Maybe Fable's too slow. I don't know. Extreme. How you doing? I do have Dispute as well. Have you considered bringing some sort of wild and untested brood scale brew? I could put the owl in it for you. Wait, brood scale with owl? What the? What are you cooking over there? Explain yourself right now. I don't know what I'm playing in Vegas, chat. I think I'm playing myself by overthinking what I'm going to play in Vegas. I'm going to end up doing poorly regardless. But the good news is, if I do poorly on Saturday, I get to play Riftbound on Sunday. I do have that Lantern control deck. I'd argue you're going to do well regardless. Man, I wish that were true. Exactly. I'll just be throwing so that way I can play Riftbound. That seems pretty good. In spots like this, am I supposed to fetch the island? I don't think so. These new buttons are really tripping me up. One day I'll get used to them. Is MTG bot okay? What's MTG bot doing? I think it's back. At least the record tracker's back. Frog. Except for Vegas. It's my birthday weekend, so I'm getting Pro Tour invite for sure. Oh, hell yeah, Ashi. Are you playing Prowess? Are you playing the Brave Man's deck? People tell me that my stream is 20% quieter than every other streamer. I have no idea why. Apparently it's fine on YouTube, but Twitch has made me 20% quieter. I don't even think I can attack into this thing. Just start screaming more. Whenever I crash out on people, I think it's a fine volume level, though. I don't think I can attack here. Like when I crashed out on Dial the other day. Perfect volume. When he said, nice tapping. When I tapped my only black man at the cast of Thoughtseize. I'd never crash out. Yeah, I've never crashed out before in my life. Not a single time. Me? No, never. Do I want this dog? I don't think I want this dog. I didn't want that either. You talk like you have less air when you crash out. You don't even raise your voice. That's because I have. Uh, okay. I have a setting on my microphone that if I start screaming, it caps it. And it sounds like I'm whispering instead because it doesn't want to blow your ears out. So no, it's definitely a crash out. You just don't hear it as a crash out. You hear it as like ASMR instead. Muted crash out, yeah. The silent crash out is the strongest crash out. As soon as it gets above like -5 decibels, that's where it caps it. So I can never get higher than -5 decibels, and I'm talking at like -10 right now. So more like -9. Have you considered not dying to frog? This frog is kind of bullshit. I can't do much about it. Is it Goryo's time? I will hardcast my mystical dispute. Sure. I would be peeking the hell out of my microphone if I didn't have this setting on and I started crashing out. Just turn it off one day. Next Lusathon, I turn off the crash out setting. Frog. Pronounced like frog. Can't hear shit anyways. Exactly. I'm 20% lower. We'll see about that. My opponent disconnected. Woo! Giant meteor win condition. Bless. Love me a good giant meteor. They didn't disable the crash out setting. I have a hard time believing that my opponent crashed out when they're arguably in a good spot and also up a game. I have a hard time believing that. Oh, never mind. They're gonna crash out for sure. Hmm. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Show me what you got. Got a Goryo's over there. Little mystical dispute. I'll pay for it. Actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna pay for it. I guess it depends on what they do. Sure. I don't have to think about that. Alright, cool. They have another one, they have another one. They discard one, sure. Cards, please. I would like this many cards. Please and thank you. Cast some Mystical Dispute. Do I pay for it? I mean, do I cast Counter Mystical Dispute? I just pay for it. Land. One land in the top 3. Oh my god. Survive! Maybe I should have countered Mystical Dispute. I don't know. I don't know what's right anymore. If I counter Mystical Dispute, I'm just kind of cold to Gorios. If they just discard another giant thingy. I guess I'm cold to Gorios anyways. They're going to Ephemerate Riddler. Discard with Frog, discard with Frog. I wish I had that Mystical Dispute right about now. What was the plus to countering? Having Ephemerate. If I countered Mystical Dispute with my Mystical Dispute, I could have Ephemerated the Quantum Riddler. And then I'm in a pretty good spot. I'm always paying the 3. I think so too. I feel like if I don't pay the 3, like, what am I doing? I'm spending a card on the card that doesn't do anything. But I don't know. Now I'm kind of dying for it, so I don't care if I die. I mean, well, I didn't know I was gonna draw, but if I did draw Ephemerate, then I get to cast it. I was banking on just hitting like a land, so I get a Mystical Dispute up. Takes Ephemerate, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My hand is embarrassing. That's really good. Wow. How do I want to navigate this? Can I draw? No. I think I want to bounce their frog instead of the Riddler. It's gonna stop their Ephemerate from coming off a rebound. Also, and they have 2 cards in hand. They could discard the other card in their hand to the frog. Maybe they have another Mystical Dispute. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to bounce that. Just bounce the frog. Now I have a couple options. I could cast Ashiok, or I could leave up Ragavan Mystical Dispute, or I could just leave up Mystical Dispute in general. Ashiok getting rid of the graveyard shuts off the Faithful Mending. What do you think, chat? Pretty interesting spot again. Kind of like Ashiok here. I'm not sure. Get a mountain for Flage. Just swing and kill it. I mean, if they get rid of the Riddler also. This Riddler is sticking around. they Solitude our Riddler, then they can choose which Planeswalker to kill. Yeah, Cast with Warp stays, even though it's not Cast with Warp, we consigned it. But now we got that permanent fancy cool frame. Oh, Mill's Self would have been good? Yeah, you're right, actually. You bring up a good point, Cable. I think Mill's Self was probably optimal here. Yeah, we should have milled ourselves. That's pretty good. Well, at least they can't attack with the Riddler anymore. Now we have to play another Riddler. I think that's actually fine. I think there's a lot of cool Avatar cards, but I'm not sure how many of them are playable. Plus, I think we fetch, and then we mill ourselves. Bind Flage. She. Is that better than playing Riddler Ragavan, though? Not in that order. I think Ragavan Riddler is probably better. Flage kills Frog, but then Riddler gets to kill either of these. I think I like this better. Seems good. Frogs, I mean, the Frog's also not really a threat right now. Because they have no graveyard and 2 cards in hand. I don't think I have to worry about them jumping the Frog. Takes Mystical Dispute and then plays a Riddler. Yikes. Yeah. Well, maybe this is still fine. That fetch can't fetch. So upkeep this dog. Island, by the way. Jason, thank you for the prime of the 9 months. I appreciate ya. Kind of just want to Flage target them. Is that right? I mean, like, making them discard 2 to the Frog is probably not helpful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to Flage them and pass. Where's Ashiok going? Down, targeting me. Could mill another Flage, maybe. Okie dokie. Hey then, big cat. Good afternoon. This card's Mystical Dispute. Yep. Draws 10,000. Why'd I upkeep Dog to draw 2 for my draw step? I could Surgical in response. If I Surgical in response, I have 1 less card in my hand to draw next one from Riddler. But if they bounce something like, I don't know, Dog, I'm not going to have the card anyways. So I need Solitude for this Flash. Yata. Jeebus. Every turn of the game, fighting for my life. Maybe I want to board out some Consigned Memories. But all these cards seem kind of bad, except for maybe Fable. Was hiding in the board for prowess. Yo, Sly. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate ya. All I have is Dr. Pepper Zeriak. Sorry. $450 out of 600. 75%? That's not bad. Huh. I don't think I'm playing Ragavan on turn 1. I don't think I can afford to. Because if I go turn 1 Ragavan, they go turn 2 Psychic Frog, I'm going to get cooked by it. So I think I have to hold the Mystical Speed for Psychic Frog. Normal draw, regular draw. It's the draw step. Yeah, your normal draw for turn. You know what I mean. Your draw for turn. Your draw step. Your normal draw. Your draw compadre. Your Jonathan. If I fetch, they mending. Do I even want to counter the mending? Probably not. I just fetch. Surveil bug. Gosh dang you, surveil bug. Opponent's passing the turn. We're gonna surveil again. Now I think I maybe counter their mending. Vinny said on the cyber guys, if you play this matchup scared, you're gonna lose. I mean, I'm scared of Frog. Like Frog's really hard to beat. I mean, they're getting stuck on land, so I don't even know if I mind this game going super long. But I don't know. Maybe that's a reason to aggro them down faster. I got a dog. So it doesn't get flagged. Bye, dog. I don't want this. I guess. I don't know the answer to that question. I'm probably just gonna Flash to Solitude him. Leave up a blue. It kind of wastes an ephemera, I agree. Frog time? Bird. Okie dokie. I think we're in a good spot. Alright, they didn't surveil Atroxa and then hit me with the Gorios, so that's good. I can probably interact with them a little bit. Yeah, right, surveil Atroxa Vengeance. Hope my opponent doesn't time out. I would like to see how this match finishes. They just need to reprint Flash draw a card. Yeah, it's called Uro. Uro's right there, Torborg. Rip my boy. Or I guess canonically rip my girl. Steam vents. Tapped. You never fear the frog again. I do have a mystical dispute for it. I'm definitely not gonna surgical frog. But I will mystical dispute a frog. I think I have to save this for specifically Goryo's. Now spell bomb, yep. I don't fear you anymore, frog. Times have changed, you've fallen off. You're one trick. All you do is discard cards. Get counters and jump. Get with the times, buddy. Flage. Can I cast that? Not quite. I don't think I want to flage. I guess I could flage. If I surgical something, I don't even draw because Rock Bomb returns back to my hand. Oh shit. It's not bad. I can't cast it. I want to. Gotta hit another one off the top. I can cast it. What's your favorite French perfume company? What an oddly hyper-specific question I don't have the answer to. Flage? Is that a perfume company? I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna fact check you now. Sounds like one. What's the name of an actual French perfume company? La Labo. Perfumes de Marly. Creed Fragrances. Solitude. Choose wisely. You choose wisely. Big chooser. Actually, do they still die? That kills them, right? That's funny. I'm gonna kill them with Flage Goryo's on Flage. Hey. That is kind of fucked up. Glory be to God on this fantastic Flage Goryo's Flage day. Cinema. We played a fetch instead of planes, we could escape the Flage anyways. That's what I was thinking. As soon as that happened, I was like, oh wait, I can just escape this Flage. Instead of like Snap played planes for turn, but if I played land, was I one away? Still? Because I didn't have any more surveils to go get, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know. We beat our worst matchup. Surely this is a 5-0. Surely. I don't even know what this deck's other bad matchups are. Probably myself. Eldrazi doesn't seem great. Oh, Surgical is the 5th card, right? True. Boros Prowess? Excuse me? What is Boros prowess? Wait, this is fire. This is literally just prowess with 4 flages stuck in it. This is based as hell. They said prepare yourself, dingo. I guess they're Barth from or Fire Emblem. I'm saying Final Fantasy Emblem. Prepare yourself. Oh, that's Ike, right? That's Ike, not Marth. Uh, Kill it. Kill it. Kill it now. Wait, is that the move though? Prowess the 4 flage. That's fucking unhinged. It's just 3 mana lightning bolt most of the time. Faithless looting? Wait, that's not on their list. Oh, it does have faithless looting. Wait a minute. They're kind of cooking. Time for the high news to come in clutch. I guess Flage is really good against high noon, huh? Kind of. Options. Attack with Ragavan. Get boo food by mutagenic growth. Cry a little bit. Get over it. Because we have Wrath of the Skies anyways. Could warp a naked Riddler. That doesn't seem great. Could just surveil. If I surveil, then I could potentially open myself up to drawing Ephemerate or Consign the next turn. I think it's attack surveil. Untap Flage. They have 3 mutagenics in their list. I'm looking at their list right now. Their list is crazy. I mean, their list is super unconventional. And what kind of sideboard tech do they have? Oh, they're playing Where's Hair. Wait, they're also playing Doorkeeper Thrall in the sideboard. And then they're also playing Destroy Evil and Thraben Charm. And Orm's Chant. Fragmentize. Whoa. That's the sauce. I don't know if it's the good sauce, but it's the sauce. They have a Flage in the graveyard. Dude, I'm dead. Okay. Can I even beat land drop? Or is land drop just going to be OP and kill me? Play Teferi off a mountain. Or I could play Teferi off of fetching a plains. If I fetch a plains, play a Teferi. I don't really know what that does for me. I guess if they escape Flage, I'm going to die anyways. I think I need to draw Solitude. So I think Teferi minus on the Mug token is probably my best line this turn. Try to draw Solitude in case they hit land to escape Flage. If they don't hit land, is there a better line this turn? Probably not. Is Boros Prowess the Vegas deck? Hold on. This deck's kind of cracked. Like, what the hell? I'm surprised they're not playing DRC. Are they? Oh, they are playing DRC. How are you fitting all this stuff in the deck? What did you cut? Oh, you cut expressive iteration. So it's just, is it prowess -4 expressive iterations +4 flage? And then they cut something for faithless looting. They cut violent urges for faithless looting. Is faithless looting even good? Oh my god. I'm dead. That destroyed me. What the? Alright. Drop everything, chat. Boros prowess is the sauce. Holy. We got rolled. I think these out, and then Ragavon's out. As I can leave it to Farian. What the actual hell? I'm not super into the idea of the looting either, but maybe it's not that bad with Lava Dart. Oh, one consign over to Teferi. Teferi actually doesn't seem terrible. I don't know. It is the best card. Well, okay, and that's not entirely true. There's that new, what was it called? Fried egg scheme? I always call it fried egg scheme. Fire something scheme. Fire braided scheme, maybe. Yeah, the 1 mana mini Rens resolve. Is that card good in that spot? Might be. Its hand's butt. It's got Solitude Ephemerate and High Noon. How butt can it be? Heroes Hangout? Sure. Yeah, the Spider-Man card. I don't know what it's called in paper. On Magic Online, it's like Fire Braided Scheme. I feel like if I get Mountain, I'm trolling. So maybe I'm just supposed to get blue-red team vents. Partner, you know what time it is. Hey, buddy. I fully expected them to go Sacred Foundry, Tear, High Noon, Untap, Cutter, Bobble. Ta-da! Doing well, bunny. Not in Magic, but in other aspects of my life, I suppose. We got a shit on it Magic lately. This modern format's tough. Tough to solve. Not tough in like necessarily a bad way. Gosh. Dang it, Elegant Parlor. Why is there so much more prowess in Boros to defeat the rise of the menacing, the evil, the horrible blue-green birthing ritual? I want to ephemerate this. Nah, I don't think I care. But I think maybe... I think I just pass. Nugget! Thank you for the watch streak. I appreciate you streaking in my chat. They're looking for Flays of their own, I'm pretty sure, and they just haven't been able to find Flays of their own. No. Did I counter that? I think I countered that. I forgot this card can counter artifacts. Shit. High Noon solos the matchup yet again. Now, no. But also now. Are the Sphinx Serenade just good in the format currently, or more of a connection to Titan? I think they're just good. It counters like all the most important cards in Modern right now. Riddler, Flage, Titan, Kappa Cannoneer, Pinnacle Emissary, the Fairy. Eldrazi have not been super cool lately. What actually won yesterday's challenge? I didn't get to look. Let's look. Yesterday's challenge was won by Jeskai Blink. And then second place was Is It Prowess. Third place was Ruby Storm. Fourth place was Domain Zoo. Fifth place was 5-color Birthing Ritual. Sixth place was Jeskai. Seventh place Gorios. Eighth place Is It Prowess. The challenge before that, first place Zoo, second place Jeskai, third place Affinity, fourth, fifth, and seventh all Jeskai. Sixth is It, and then eighth is Zoo. Oh, hey, High Noon. Keep. Mulligan's to 6. Second High Noon. Keep. Hope they have Cutter Bobble ready. I'm gonna be casting some High Noons. The bird is here. See if they have Wear Tear, Destroy Evil, Thraben Charm, Destroy Evil. Where'd you get your list from? It's oh Leash. Oh no. Oh god. It's a combination of well, it's not a combination. It's Ivan and Vinny's list, but with changes they recommended. Flash in the graveyard. I took 7. Tormod's Crypt. I think I play High Noon, and then I leave up Strict Serenade. But I gotta take 2 to do that. Because I don't think I want to fetch Basic Island here, because Basic Island is so bad with Flash. But maybe I can fetch a Basic Island, because they have a Tormod script anyways. I think I just take the 2. I can probably get Basic Island, but I'm going to want 4 lands next turn anyways. Yeah, probably going to take 2 anyways. Boros Prowess equals our hero. I think I'm inclined to agree with that, because it's kind of dunking on me. Yeah, Espinoza. Other Ivan. Save this for a red source now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just kill the slick shot show off. I could flash in dog, but then I'm taking like 5, 6 probably. If they have a fetch line, they can escape the flash here. I know the dog eats the bird. Now you're saying canonically speaking. Also true. That is how the food chain works, isn't it? And the giant fiery titan also eats the bird. Prismatic ending. I guess that's nice for post flash. I'm gonna die to this bird token. Bird token beatdowns. Okay, I'm getting a little scared now, chat. I'm getting a little less scared now, chat. Rage Bolt. Are we dead to a land? Uh, I guess what I can do, I can leave this on top. I could attack, I could Solitude the bird. Not even dead to a land, right? It's just dead on board. So I guess what I can do, Solitude the bird, attack with Felia, blink the Solitude, Solitude the Felia. And that would be 3 points of life. That's assuming if the dog dies, I die. So I think I just go to attacks. I think it's safer just to attack. Yeah, I die in real life. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think this is the line. Food chain. The dog eats the bird, and the elemental incarnation from heaven eats the dog. Still canonical, I think. We stay winning. Ouch. Pretty sure I'm supposed to flash in a second Solitude. That's a huge draw. We knew it was on top. I think it was 5 damage. With so many flages. Some of us are busy gaming with you in the background. You're not allowed to game. The hell? It's not your turn on the Xbox. I'm not blocking because I don't want to give them more cards in the graveyard. Why is that so stressful, man? That Flasian prowess was actually crazy. On a scale of Savage Knuckleblade to Nadu, how much do you like, dislike Riddler in Modern? So, scale of like, I mean, your scale's like, I hate both of those cards. So, if I had to redo the scale, and let's say on a scale from like grief to not, what card do I hate the most in Modern? Right now, Urza Saga, probably. On a scale of like grief to Urza Saga, probably give it like a 4, 5. Like, I don't think Flays is super unfun. What the fuck? Chat, I'm scared. Okay. See if they have persist. They did make our hand like quite a bit better. And for that, I appreciate them, but also I really hope they don't have persist. Oh my god. Stop. 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 Fuck. I think I need to keep this arena. Do I ever discard Flage? I think I discard Flage. I don't know. Maybe I don't discard Flage and I'm supposed to discard like land instead. But I mean, keeping 4 lands plus arena Flage seems fine. I think I just discard the Flage, but then I'm priced into like Solitude pitching Felia. I would kind of rather pitch the. Well, I mean, I don't want to pitch the Flage. Yeah, I'm just gonna discard the Flage. I never want to pitch the Flage. I don't think. I don't think casting the Flage does a lot. Oh, hi Flage. Oh, hi Bark. If I pitch the second Flage, probably. Sitting here tanking for 5 minutes about something that doesn't actually matter. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pitch second Flage. OMG Flage, hi. Okie dokie. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep Dog or Flage here. I think Dog has a little bit higher upside, probably. So I top deck Riddler, we're cooking. I don't top deck Riddler. Well, I got a Dog. Vexing Bobble. Okay. Interesting in your Hollow One deck. I'll give you that much. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on over there. Oh, I should have pitched the Dog. Dog, dang it. Spins the Detective Phoenix. Oh, hi, Flage. That Hall returns to Flage chat. Can we stop? Holy shit, am I dead? 5, 7, 10. I'm fucking dead, bro. What the what the fuck? Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe Burning Inquiry is just Entomb. It's quiet crash out time. Gonna have a bad time at my next physical. They're gonna be like, holy shit, Dingo, your blood pressure is so high right now. Why is your blood pressure so high? Well, I know why my blood pressure's so high. Because they freaking entombed double Archon off of Burning Inquiry and drew to persist off of both of them. And it's like, how do they even do that? Get me out of here, man. I wish you faced this deck during your deck challenge. Always so chill and quiet. Maybe we bring in High Noon. I want Strix Serenade. It's probably better than Marge. I saw Mako. So maybe I want a couple pendings. I don't know about 3 Strix either. Honestly, maybe I just play 2 pendings. Sure. It is what it is. Three mana leak. Now they're gonna have turn 2 persist, so it's gonna line up poorly against turn 2 persist after they go turn 1 and Tomb. Damn, that was fucking crazy. I know all these things are gonna happen. My fate is predetermined. I am simply along for the ride. What I do has no effect on my predetermined, predestined outcome of this league match. Yeah, free will doesn't exist. There's only turn 2 persists. It's the illusion of choice. None of my decisions actually matter. Put the showstoppers in the bag. Oh, good. Mountain Arena of Glory. Can I show you something that I did put in the bag today? It's my boy. Let me take him out of the sleeve. Sounds like a Vegas hangout sesh, huh? Right on the abs. No, no, focus on the abs. The abs. And then back it up. Perfect. God damn, what a shiny card. Is that a magic card? That's not a magic card. It kind of looks like it could be a magic card, though. Yeah, it's Oko. No. I recognize those abs anywhere. Oko, I'm your biggest fan. Is it real? Nope, it's fake. Just printed that proxy off this morning from the highest quality printer you've ever seen. Alright, turn 1 and 2. Oh, not turn 1 and 2. Yeah, it's been going up. I wish I bought him when he was like 70. But I waited and I procrastinated and he's just been going up and up and up and up and up and up. I also bought my place at a Divine Judgments. Although, Divine Judgment is so bad against E that I'm wondering how do I beat E? So I copped some Leonas. I was like, maybe I sideboard Leona over the Divine Judgments. Leona seems kind of good against E until they move her. We're talking about Set versus Yi and how bad Divine Judgment is. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if Leona's the tech against Yi. Think so? I don't think I want this. I think I just want to land. I don't know if Leona's like worth the sideboard slot though. I guess it's my issue with Leona. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to warp this. Okay. Cut your opponent loose from the rift while staying bound yourself. Something like that. I know Divine's good versus Kaisa, which is why I still want to play 3 Divine Judgments in the main deck, I think. I was wondering if post board, if a little swap from Divine Judgment to Leona might be good, but I wonder if Karma's just better. I'm just a Teemo guy. Yeah, 10 power because of ED passive. Don't get baited by the Karma attack. Card's uncastable. I've cast it once, but the one time I had it, I didn't have the recycle battlefield, so it was like kind of underwhelming. I'm just gonna solitude this. I do want to try out 4-color Aang on Tuesday. I think some sort of 4-color Aang deck could be good in Modern, by the way. Riftbound aside. They're speaking in tongues. It's always hard to discuss like a new card game on stream because only half the people know how to play it. Maybe less than half. Probably less than half. I would like my 3rd land drop. That would be swell. Hey, it's swell. Maybe I flage this, then surgically on their draw step. Seems fine. Although, do I even need a surgically? Maybe I surgically when they put a creature on the stack. So I don't want them to lose to like random persist. Yeah, I think I just surgical this later. Doesn't do anything. I'm also not really doing anything. All right. I think this is better than Teferi. I could Teferi tick up and just kind of sit around and do not much. Guess if I tick up Teferi, then I can tick down on Teferi the next turn and then bounce my Fable. I learned something new about the rules today. Apparently, you can move your dude off an empty battlefield and move it back all on your opponent's turn, and you score off of it. So you need 2 moves, right? And then you score from holding. Ride the wind. All right. What does that do again? I don't know these cards by name yet. I know them by picture. All right, new poll chat. Do you play Riftbound? Netherglyph. Whoa. No, and I probably never will because I can't get the cards. Valid. I play if it had an online client. I hope they make one soon. Riddle. TCG Arena. The problem with TCG Arena is that it's just fine. It's not good. It's okay to bad, I would say. Not having like a rules automated feature is very frustrating at times because I don't know how all the rules work yet. I'm still trying to learn. They don't either. We're still making up the rules as we go. Riftbound. I think it's very, very fun. I've been enjoying my time playing the game. Best TCG I played them. It's because you didn't play Hex TCG. It reminds me a lot of Force of Will. I really liked Force of Will back in the day. Force of Will was a lot of fun. Fluting, that's fine. I'm trying to think of like my best card games ever tier list. Hex TCG. I don't know if I could put Force of Will at second. Hex TCG. 2012 Magic. 2012 Yu-Gi-Oh! Uh, Force of Will. Eternal. 2025 Magic. Large Gap. 2025 Yu-Gi-Oh! Where does Locana rank? Below 2025 Magic. Above Yu-Gi-Oh! 2025 Yu-Gi-Oh! But I forgot Pokemon. Pokemon probably goes even with 2025 Magic. I don't actually know if I like Eternal more than 2025 Magic. Eternal might be lower than 2025 Magic. I feel like Eternal was good when they first made the sites. But I stopped following Eternal. Also, I think I put Hearthstone somewhere below 2025 Magic as well. But above Yu-Gi-Oh! It'd be somewhere in the large gap. Should we do a card game tier list, chat? Okay, Hearthstone radio edit above Hex TCG. S tier. Con standard. Con standard was pretty big. I'm looking at these pendings like, man, am I gonna get sharked? I also have Ragavan though, so maybe I want March instead. Yeah, same, Zajad. I got real tired of keeping up with the Hearthstone economy. The Hearthstone economy is like MTG Arena. At least you can dust your shit though. Oh my god. Bakugan's on this list. Alright, we gotta hold the phone. We gotta make a freaking card game tier list after this. Bakugan's going in S tier, chat. I hope you know that. That's probably going in the great fun tier. It also doesn't have Hex TCG on it, which is a big bummer. There's no Eternal, there's no Hex. I did play Vanguard for a little bit. That game is T-Rash. It is missing a lot. Shock, pass, March the Ragster, I guess. Might have to Ashiok him. Let's see if they get Entomb plus Demonic Tutor off his Burning Inquiry. There's the Entomb. Did we get Entomb plus Demonic Tutor, though? Bro! What the frick? What? I can't actually do anything, man. Like, they're just gonna detect his Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm literally dead, bro. I'm just dead. Like, how is every Burning Inquiry they cast Entomb plus Demonic Tutor? Holy hell. Quiet crash out time. I wish TJ was going to Vegas. That wasn't quiet. Not according to the majority of chat. Chat, YouTube, it's tier list time. This time, rating every single card game I've played on this list, which is honestly not a lot. Some of these are kind of obscure. But we're going to start with some Lorcana. Now, I played Lorcana set 1. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't have a good point of view on what Lorcana was post set 1, but during set 1, I'd give it a fine, I guess. The games during just set 1 alone were very, very grindy. They took forever. Everybody was going to time. That game was not made for 2 out of 3 during set 1, and the blue-red deck was by far the best deck, period. It gets a fine, I guess. Much like Riftbound, the blue-red deck is the best deck, period. Bakugan, that's a life game. That's not a life game. It's great fun. Bakugan, I didn't play Bakugan Legends. I think that's the new remake of Bakugan. I did play original Bakugan back when I was a kid. I would go to Toys R Us. I would go get little Bakugan metal balls and chuck them at cards over the table and then break my Bakugan because they're not meant for chucking, even though they chuck them in the show. And that's not really super representative of how the game actually played. But Bakugan's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. I think it's not Bakugan that's making a comeback. It's Beyblade that's making a comeback right now. But Bakugan, very, very fun. Digimon, I've actually never played Digimon. So I have no opinion on Digimon. I know people like Digimon. I think it's still around. Chaotic! Chaotic, chaotic, chaotic. I actually played this one and it was T-Rash. I'm sorry. But, Chaotic's not good, man. It was like partially online, or partially a video game, partially a card game. It was very confusing how the game mechanics actually worked. The rules engine wasn't enforced super well. I don't know. The show was a banger. The actual card game, T-Rash, sorry. Dragon Ball never played. Vanguard. Chaotic, you just got a new best friend because Vanguard was T-Rash. Vanguard, I barely played at all because it didn't hold my interest in the slightest. It was very complicated from what I remember. Not a very good game, period, I don't think. Maybe Vanguard fans can dispute that, but I didn't enjoy my time playing Vanguard. Flesh and Blood, never played it. Ultra Impact, never played it. Duel Masters, is this Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters? Or is this a different Duel Master? I think this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. It's good. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. I don't know how many of the actual cards in the game are on Duel Masters anymore. But back when Duel Masters first came out, it really didn't have most of the new cards and had some of the older cards instead. It was like a mishmash. But Duel Masters is good. It's good. I think if you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, it's different Duel Masters? Alright, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Pokemon. It's great fun. I like Pokemon a lot. I think Pokemon's really, really fun to just kind of jam as like a side game. I don't think I would main Pokemon because it takes a long time to develop the skills necessary to play Pokemon at a high level. Mostly searching your deck in about a minute and a half and figuring out every single card that's being prized, doing your first search, and that's like kind of a pain. Also, the game takes forever and there's a lot of draws, and I don't think that's the super great mechanic of the game. So I think if they sped up Pokemon a little bit, they gave it more restrictions on how long it takes to tutor stuff. It'd probably be a life game, but for now, I'm just going to put it in great fun. Keyforge, I've never played. I don't even know what this is. Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Yeah, you guessed it. That's right. This game is fucking too rash. If any of you play Magic the Gathering, you know how awful this game is. It is tilting as hell when your opponent goes Burning Inquiry and against the Demonic Tutor plus an Entomb. This game sucks. Do not play it. I do not recommend playing any events of Magic the Gathering at all. Stay away from this game. One Piece, it's great fun. I like One Piece. I think One Piece it's got some pretty good mechanics in it. And Daybreak's gonna get you. Oh shit, you're right. One Piece has some pretty good mechanics. I like the combat feature of One Piece. I like the resource system of One Piece as well. I haven't played more than like 5 matches lifetime of One Piece, but from the games I did play, it was pretty fun. It was pretty back and forth. So, One Piece I'll put in great fun. Actually, maybe I put it. Nah, it's great fun. I enjoyed my time playing One Piece. Yu-Gi-Oh! So Yu-Gi-Oh! From 10 years ago, life game. Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2021 fell to good game. Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2025 is T-Rash. I'm sorry. I feel like every 5 or so years that Yu-Gi-Oh has existed, it's fallen a tier in the tier list. Starting at 2005, it was up here in life game. 5 years later, great fun. Nah, it was still life game. 5 years later, let's be real. 2010 Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty peak. Edison's really fun. I put it at life game up here. Then like somewhere around 2011, 2012, I don't know. It's still life game. Maybe it started 2017. It felt a good game. And then from 2017 to like 2021, it probably fell to fine, I guess. And now 2021 to 2025 is in T-Rash. It went downhill. Once Pendulum hits, I don't know what year Pendulums came out, but as soon as Pendulums came out, it fell from like up here down to like here. So overall, from the highs to the lows that Yu-Gi-Oh is, I'd give it a good game. I'll split the difference between 2010 Yu-Gi-Oh and 2025 Yu-Gi-Oh. And well, while nobody's looking, we're gonna move Magic back down to trash. That's my tier list. If I would add Riftbound, Riftbound would be like probably up here. If I were to put Hex TCG, it'd be up here. If I were to put Eternal, I'd put it at Great Fun. If I were to put what other games have we played? I gotta go in the think noggin. Force of Will. Force of Will is probably Great Fun. Maybe Life Game. But they changed some of the rules of Force of Will that weren't as good, so I'd probably put it at Great Fun. But my top 3 card games are Riftbound, Hex TCG, and Magic for sure, currently. Force of Waifus, that's right. Oh yeah, let me put Gundam on here. Gundam TCG. Trash. I've never played Gundam. That's because Riot took. Okay, if I would put Marvel Snap somewhere, I would probably put Marvel Snap at Good Game. Because I think Marvel Snap is a lot of fun. But I think Marvel Snap's also one of the grindiest games I've ever seen. Not in terms of like the gameplay itself is grindy, but the progression system of that game is so grindy. You have to play so much Snap. You got to be snapping 24/7 to make any progress in that game. Unless you want to spend money. Best Entombs. S tier. Entomb. Also S tier. Burning Inquiry. What about Clash Royale? Great fun. I haven't played Clash Royale in a long time. I enjoyed my time playing Clash Royale. It also sucked away some of my money that I'm never going to see again. RIP. The money I spent in high school on Clash Royale. I'll remember you. And, you know, if it got my money, I'd have to give a good game at least. I need another blue source. That ain't it. That is it, though. This doesn't have WWF Raw deal. S tier. S tier for WWF Raw Duel. That name goes hard. So Riot took. Whenever I try to explain Riftbound to somebody that has never played Riftbound but has played other card games, I say Riftbound is a combination of Force of Will, One Piece, and Marvel Snap. It's just the best traits out of all those games. Don't want a second Riddler. I guess I can go Riddler into like Riddler Consign to Riddler Consign. It's probably fine. If you played, yeah, you played one of those. I played all of them. I haven't played a lot of One Piece, but I played a reasonable amount of the other two. I think that's a kind of fair assessment. Obviously, not all the mechanics translate perfectly from all those games, but I think the general concepts are there. I hate bowling. Once I'm a divorced dad, I'll give you a tier list of my bowling shirts. How about that? Miss Riddler. Favorite jeans to sleep in? Denim, S tier. Leather, okay, skinny, A tier. Because skinny, if you sleep in skinny jeans, it's kind of like a weighted blanket in a way. Leather jeans, F tier. Spandex plus denim weave, probably like a B tier. You know what I think, like tied around the waist, pretty uncomfortable. But I mean, like skinny jeans being, you know, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a weighted blanket in a way. Stretchy jeans, uh, depends. Sometimes I'm in the mood for stretchy jeans. I'll give it like a B tier, B plus. I think it depends on what mood I'm in that day. Assless chabs, S tier. Get that airflow. You're kind of dunking on me. What do I do here, chat? Die horribly. You're a face sleeper. You know, like the Sagat pose? Sagat doing tiger knee. That's how I sleep. I found the picture. Like that. It's optimal. If I block, I'm gonna get bolted. I think I surveil. Then I bin flage, and then I haste flage, and everything's great. Or solitude, huh? Solitude. I think I'm supposed to just leave this on top and then block. Dial, thanks for gifting 5. Is this for the crash out yesterday? Because I'm not sorry. Definitely for the crash out. I'm sorry. No, you don't have to apologize. That shit was funny. That shit was mad funny. I think I'm supposed to solitude this Kavu at the beginning of combat. If I have Doorkeeper Thrall, I'm just gonna lose anyways. Appreciate the support dial, thank you. Shows me the door. Hiya, Jackie. They have 2 mana up last turn. I don't remember anymore. Was I supposed to main phase this? I don't know, whatever. I'm taking 9. I'm going to 1. If they have Lightning Bolt, they have Lightning Bolt. Is what it is. Can't beat that anyways, Cope. Get flooded. I can't even like surveil Flage either. Guess now I can surveil Flage. No, Flage doesn't even do anything for me. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can beat the Scion. Oh, I'm out of surveils anyways. Okay. Okay, I see you, Ted. Is it just me or these Ragavans looking kind of bad? I don't think I've been a big fan of these Ragavans so far. Except for against Gorios, that was kind of nasty. I had to steal their Gorios and then steal their soul. I'm thinking about locking it in. I don't think I learned my lesson from the Pro Tour, so O2ing this challenge has really brought to light the fact that I should definitely just play Neoform again. And I get to crash out live in person. These all suck. Oh, so you're saying it's Titan or Zoo time? You 100% get to load up Riftbound, which is kind of a win. Kinda. But then I have to play against Yi. And that's an L for mankind. Just play Titan like you should. I do have Titan sleeved up. It's pretty accurate. I don't know what the board in. These are all so bad. Charma. It is a flyer. Or just play Yi. I don't even know what Yi loses to. What does Yi lose to? Kaisa? It's supposed to have a good Kaisa matchup, right? Off meta? Like Annie? I don't even know if Annie's considered off meta anymore. Wait, get the right land, Dingo. Get the right land. I know you're yapping, but I know you're also capable of getting the right land, I think. Victor Darius. Man, Darius is so fun. I wish Darius was better. Opponent plays a 2/1, you give him a 2/2 flyer. Not only did I give him a 2/2 flyer, but I also bolted myself to give him a 2/3 flyer. Grand Stratagem plus the other card that gives guys Death Dodge. Grand Stratagem is... what again? It's like the 8 mana card, right? Six mana overrun. What am I thinking of? Thinking of an 8-drop. Is it the guy pointing to the map? Maybe it was 6 and I thought it was 8. Oh, I don't know. Like, it turns out I just don't know what the card does. How much do I care about this? Not a lot. Oh, shoot. I forgot about YouTube chat. Hi, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna catch up with YouTube chat for the past 3 hours and 20 minutes. Fight spell gains life. You think that's ever happened before? Gotta be single digits of dying from 24. I agree. Saw the stream title and worried you'd be taking Simic Ritual to the Pro Tour. Not quite. Isn't this Spike's Boros Delirium deck? Probably. Hi, Dad. Hi, chat. Hi, Bunny. Uh, Time to play this deck nextly. Yeah, the Boros prowess list. It looks sweet. Dad, are you seeing a lot more prowess and Boros online? I keep running into it. I do. Uh, that's not English. This is my favorite deck. Uh, Wait, that is English. How do you say this? I guess it's not English. It's Spanish. I remember the time where people complained about Ragavan every week. Simpler times. It's okay, Zeriak. Your time will come. Just not right now or the next infinite rejection emails. But eventually, you're going to be working at Hideo Kojima. Second dog. You're never going to be immune to rejection, but the rejection will get less disappointing over time. Because you're going to be used to it. Hope that helps. Bin. In. Go dog. Go dog. I think I just get a planes. You know, maybe I'm not even supposed to consign this Flage. Maybe I just save this for Leyline Biting. I think I'm just going to save this for Leyline Biting. So I'm going to get the Flage out of the graveyard anyways. It's 2025. You're gonna have 7 interviews and get ghosted. Ain't that the truth? Done quite a few interviews of my own back in the day before I started streaming. They suck. I hate interviews. And now here I am, pretty much being interviewed by Twitch chat every single day of my life. And I continually do not get the gig from Twitch chat. No, bro. What's up, Benny? How you doing? This was like the worst possible outcome for me. So, play dogs say go. Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to work at a place that you don't want to work at, though. And that's like kind of a nice position to be in. Hasty Kabu. Discard him? I know what happened during the COVID times. Because trying to get an IT or trying to get like any sort of engineering job during the COVID times was freaking awful. I don't know if it got any easier since then. Lucked into it pre-pandemic. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, I think what we do is we Felly attack, exile this, attack the fairy, and then consign it back on the way down. Hope they don't kill my Felia, because I can't beat that. I did the same thing back in the COVID days, and oh boy, it was not fun. Build your own removal spell. We did it. We built our own removal spell. I also think that back when I applied to jobs, though, I was a horrendous interviewee. That's like kind of an underrated skill, I will say. Knowing how to interview is so important. Oh, great Hachimachi. The trick is just to lie. Just keep lying and don't stop lying. How are they gonna know? have no flages. Yeah, the furthest I got was interview number 2 at this place that only had 2 interviews. Apparently, I fumbled interview number 2 because they were like, and we didn't choose you. And I was like, well, try my best. I'm pretty sure I only got like a single second interview. It's tough. Discard to Woodfoot Hills. Top deck. What the dog do? Rest is history. Here we are today. Putting our opponent to 1 and not being able to kill them. And then dying to the stiffest it's literally anything. They could look at me the wrong way and I'll die. Flash in that dog. This is my blocking dog. His dog was made for blocking. It's made for blocking. I should not be alive right now. Good. 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 Frick my Jeskai Blink life. Prediction chat. Is it a 3-dasher? I mean, if it were old legend rule, we wouldn't be able to cast it, so it's better than the old legend rule. I think this deck is just Jund. This is just Jund. It feels so mid. Then again, I don't know. We got Splinter Twin by that Archon Persist deck, which is pretty wild. Props to our opponent for like just murdering us like that. It's kind of not very cool for me. It was super cool for them though. Kind of reminds me of Goryo's in the sense that it draws the wrong half of the deck, but at the same time, sometimes both halves of the deck feel like the wrong half of the deck. I don't know how to feel about this deck. My opponent mulliganed to 4, so probably have a good shot. Bin's a subtlety. Blue-green ritual? Yup. In Catacombs, I regret doubting. Come on. Burden Catacombs could get there. Alright, back on top you go. No, this deck actually loses to Ritual. Data-wise, anyways, we should lose to Ritual. Like, if we just put an Oculus into play, I'm kind of chat on a little bit. Like, we have to fairy bounce it, but if they have some sort of counter. Yeah, Riddler into Riddler. Yeah, it's real bad for me, isn't it? What do I even do? Path to Exile hits Riddler and Oculus, just saying. Pounce Riddler? It feels so bad. So bad. I don't have a good play, though. GG's, Ted. I was surprised you didn't have anything with like 4 cards in hand. Wait, that's so good for me. This was the best possible outcome. I got the Riddler off the table. I cast Vindicate. But it was better than Vindicate. Because it also made them discard a card. That surgical was kind of messed up, by the way, Ted. And I don't think I'm ever going to forgive you for that. For like at least the rest of the stream. Aki. It was off the Teft draw. You're not making me feel better, Ted. Oh god, what do I even do? I guess we haste the Riddler and then haste Ophelia. I kind of just want to go tempo Smorg exile the Oculus instead of exile the Riddler. I think I'm going to Smork him. Imagine if I could sack this Riddler, counter the Oculus coming back. Holy shit, that'd be so cool. Player should counter triggers. Discuss. Yeah, double haste Riddler is lethal. Wait, they're attacking? I think that's good for me. It's good for me and my Smork strategy. Taffarino. Keep smorking. Oh, that's actually so rough. Oh, that's so bad for me. This is unfortunately, I agree, it is very unfortunately. I have to block. I don't have to block, I guess. She smork on my Kappa until I pog. Champ. Think I just hope they don't flip something big and angry. Alright, so far so good. They didn't flip something big and angry. I don't know if I have an out. Flips a Coiling Oracle. Sax said Coiling Oracle for... Oh, good. Blue-green Ritual. One of those. One of these. None of these. I think I want to wrap this guy's too. Charma clap. Complain about about their Rita matchmaker. I've seen a lot of complaining about arena matchmaking. There was that one Twitter thread that was like, arena matchmaking only pairs me into bad matchups, depending on whatever deck I play. And I'm starting to think that the same thing is happening on Magic Online for me. Never play against Blue Green Ritual. As soon as the play Jeskai blink, bam, Blue Green Ritual. Here it is. Also, they mulliganed to 5, and that game was like not particularly close. Yeah, it was dial. I finally went back and read that, by the way. I didn't get to read all of it because some tweets got deleted, but man, am I glad I'm not on Twitter very much anymore. I just pop on there for the occasional shit post and dip out. Yeah, the occasional, hey, I put a sideboard guide up, and here's a meme, and yep, that's it. That's all I contribute to the MTG community nowadays. I make memes, I make sideboard guides, and I play poorly. And you know what? I'm pretty content doing that. Is Esper Riddler more consistent? I think Esper Riddler is probably more consistent, but it's less powerful overall. At least you know your niche. I found my home, I made my bed, and I shall lay in it. Is this Earthworm Jim? No, it's Gran Turismo. Kinda sounds like Earthworm Jim a little bit. Right? The world would be so much better if everybody just posted memes instead of arguing with each other. Maybe I want this in case they play Ritual. Song's kind of funky. I just hit the 3 key. I don't even know what the 3 key does. Isn't that no? It's yes. I'm gonna hit the 2 key. This is a Gran Turismo song. It doesn't sound like it. Hold on. Maybe my thing's out of sync. Nope, it's definitely a Gran Turismo song. Argue using memes only? That's even better. Who will know? Bum bum bum. 30 each seems a little steep for Badger Mole, but I don't know, maybe it's fine. I got a Mystical Disputed Coiling Oracle. Mm. Problem is I don't have a clock to back this up with. So this feels kind of like a waste, but at the same time, I'm gonna die to the 1/1, man. Maybe Consign's actually secretly kind of good in this matchup because of Shardless Agent. I mean, that one's nice if they don't have Snake into whatever. Snake into Flare. Or Mystical Dispute of their own. Okie dokie, put it on top, your turn. I'm gonna miss my land drop to play at the Teferi. They're probably gonna flare it, hard cast flare style. At what point do I put this on the bottom? That was bad. Topping the Teferi? Maybe topping the Teferi was bad. Thinking if I want to top this Teferi again or no. Yeah, we're gonna need some context on the what was bad. Because I'm curious. Was it them pitching the subtlety that was bad, or was it me topping the Teferi that was bad, or was it me casting the Teferi in the first place instead of holding a bitter action that was bad? I think I need lands. I don't know. Not sure if I'm supposed to top or bottom that. I think it's kind of a tricky choice. I think multiple things can be perceived as bad that last turn. And I'm just trying to understand which one you're talking about. Unk moment. I think I have an unk moment when I win. Because it reminds me of my youth when I used to do more winning in Magic instead of my current day and age form where I don't do a lot of winning in Magic. Riddler consign, maybe? Somewhere I have land drops. Every deck in this format feels like a 2-3 or a 3-2 deck, chat. This is just like the Lose-a-thon all over again. Everything is mid as hell. Okay, I have to solitude this. I think I'm supposed to pitch the pending. I haven't played Titan yet, that's true. I've been stuck on the Lose-a-thon for 3 years. It's just the Truman Show, but for me losing. Over and 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 over. Actually, I did play Titan. I played Titan in the Modern Super Qualifier. And guess what our record was in the Modern Super Qualifier? That's right, chat. It was 3-3. We had a 50% win rate with Titan. We are really holding true to the matrix of every deck is a 50% plus minus 5 percentile deck. You're dying this game? I am dying a little bit. Gonna fall off into Riftbound streaming? I think it depends. It depends on if we get an online client for Riftbound. That's all it depends on. Endurance. Massive dub to all 3 chatters who like the game. As soon as I tap out from the Strict Serenade, my opponent endurance is, man. So messed up. I think this card Strix Dog. Maybe I attack. Pitch Solitude. Hit Subtlety. No, hit Endurance. Do I even care about Endurance? Alright, Evoke Solitude, hit Endurance. Main phase to cast Riddler. If they have Subtlety, I can Strix it. I draw 2. I block their Subtlety. I go to 1. None of this is good for me. Okay. If they have Flare, I also go to 1. Alright, dead to Sink is Stupor. I'm also dead to Otawara, I guess, if they're playing Otawara. I think I just spoke this into existence. Alright, time to ban myself.